Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up.
Hello, friends. Welcome to In Other News, a sort of news show where I talk about things that are on my mind that could be news, should be news, aren't news, or are pretending to be news, among a few other things. If you're new here, my name is Ember, and I love to debunk bullshit. But also, the state of the United States is it's kind of bullshit. So we're gonna do some things live. These shows are designed to be a little bit shorter and a little more spontaneous. So if this is your first time here, do remember to hit the subscribe button and activate notifications, because these tend to spring up with pretty much no warning. It's when I have time and the ability to do so. So yes, today, welcome. This is our first one of these. It's magical. Today, a couple of different things have gotten into my gears, like sand in Anakin Skywalker's beach sandals. And the one in particular that I really want to go on about today is a story on Facebook. And Facebook, you know, that ultimate reliable authority for news and current events. It was a story about teachers in a couple of different school districts that apparently were mocking Charlie Kirk. Well, as always, it was the conservatives getting their buns in a twist over shit they made up themselves. I clicked through the link, and this is what I found. This is a story from Fox 10. Mobile, Alabama. but whatever. It's a Fox station. It's fine. Teachers get death threats after Halloween costumes wrongly linked to Charlie Kirk, the freaking podcaster. Amazing. Amazing. So, keen observers will note the date stamp on this photo is from 2024. For any MAGA who may be watching, the podcaster was killed on September 10th, 2025. Unless these teachers are time travelers, this can't have anything to do with that. But never mind that. We never mind facts, logic, and reason. We're gonna be outraged. Rawr. That's yay, MAGA. And something. Fucking hell. So the story comes out of Tucson, Arizona. A group of high school teachers from Arizona received death threats after their Halloween costumes were wrongly linked to Charlie Kirk's untimely passing. For Halloween, a group of Sinega High School math teachers wore shirts covered in fake blood that read, "Problem solved." A picture of them went viral, sparking controversy across the country among people who believe exactly what they're told. Amazing. Turning Point USA originally claimed that the shirts made light of co-founder Kirk's September death on the Utah Valley University campus. However, the school district said that it was not the intent of the costumes, which were meant to represent solving tough math problems. The same teachers wore the shirts last year for Halloween, which the district confirmed through a photo of the group dated October 31st, 2024. The district went on to say we shouldn't have worn the shirts. In hindsight, it may have been taken badly, which it was. Yeah. But still, like, the fact that the right jumps so quickly at anything that could potentially be offense is terrifying, but also hilarious. Because, like zombies, it's funny as hell that they do such stupid things, like just keep bumping into doorways over and over. But it's also terrifying because no matter how many times you redirect them, they will never learn and they will never have a brain of their own. They just want to eat yours. It's troublesome. But for the time being, we can at least laugh at them when they do something completely batshit insane. In a statement, Marisol Garcia, the president of the Arizona Educational Association, said in part over the weekend, bad faith actors mobilized an online mob against educators in the Vail School District. We are horrified by the barrage of death threats that followed, and we urge law enforcement to fully investigate all threats and protect the Vail community. Boy, howdy, if you've got a police force that actually investigate death threats, give me a call. Because let's just say not every police force is interested. The threats led to the Pima County Sheriff's Department to send heightened security to the high school on Monday. Quote, "We take all threats seriously and encourage anyone who sees something to say something," said the department in a statement. Activists in Arizona have voiced their concerns about the teachers' costumes. KOLD spoke with Kathleen Wynn, the chairman for the Pima County Republican Party, who said regardless of intention, the shirts were inappropriate for the classroom. Once again, it was Turning Point USA who started spreading the rumor that it was about Kirk, even though the shirts have existed for ages. But never mind. Whether or not it's political at all, you have a bunch of teachers in bloody shirts. High school kids are still impressionable, Wynn said. With so much violence in our society and so much violence at the heart of most of the issues in this country, it seems a little tone deaf to me. Now, that much I agree with. Considering how out of control violence in schools has gotten, maybe wearing bloody shirts around kids isn't the best plan. It has nothing to do with the podcaster guy, but my own children have had worries about attending public schools. None of them are in public schools currently. One of them is in college, one is a college graduate. but they've all worried about it. Maybe wearing blood-covered shirts, not the best plan, you know. As the Arizona State Representative, however, took the opportunity to make it political. Arizona State Rep Rachel Keschel also condemned the incident over the weekend, calling for accountability, which is a funny thing for a Republican to say. Her statement read as follows, quote, as a proud Southern Arizona legislator, I am deeply outraged by the recent reports of staff at Vail Unified School District donning costumes that seemingly mock the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk, complete with problem solved slogans and simulated bloodstains on the same side that Charlie's fatal wound was on. The grotesque display has no place in our schools, which should be sanctuaries of education, not arenas for political vitriol or celebration of violence. Oh my. The pain inflicted on Charlie Kirk's family, friends, and the broader conservative community, yes, we must worry about the poor conservative community, is immeasurable. And to see educators potentially trivializing such a heinous act is not only insensitive, but a profound betrayal of the trust parents place in our public schools. Arizona's families deserve better than adults who prioritize partisan provocation over professionalism. Imagine being a Republican while the government is shut down, while people can't access healthcare and food and many of them their jobs, and talking about prioritizing partisan provocation over professionalism. Ma'am, have you seen the government? The projection. It's almost as good as the audacity, but it's also fascinating to me that these people see these shirts, these problem solved shirts, which incidentally should be noted have been on sale for a very long time. They come in a bunch of different styles. There's problem solved, there's I'm fine, there's I'm fine, it's not my blood. They've been around for years and they come in a bunch of styles. It's part of the I'm fine meme. That's what that is. But never mind. They have been around for a long time. To take this thing that is very clearly and obviously not about them at all and make it about them while crying for a safe space is just wild. The self-centeredness, the can you apply the term narcissism to an entire group of people? Because it kind of feels that way, you know? Like they're offended, it's not important. What is important is that they're taking this and hyper focusing. In what way can we overreact to this? In what way can this thing be offensive to us? Can we pursue our persecution complex knowing that our fan base will never look into this just a little bit? And this is what this show is for, is the obviously false shit that people who should know better never even bother to look into. We're going to have more of that to come as time and opportunity allows. But I do digress. So the story. It's been we'll just go over here. Okay. The Problem Solved t-shirt typically features a simple white base with the phrase printed in a gritty font accompanied with a realistic looking blood splatter, handprints, or drips that gives a horror movie vibe. It's marketed as a fun, edgy way to solve your costume dilemmas without much effort. Therein lies the joke. You just put on a t-shirt and what are you going to wear? Problem solved. Hooray. The humor lies in the implication, whatever problem you had, it's been dealt with in a gruesomely final manner, tapping into zombie apocalypse or slasher film tropes. It is worth noting the shirt and its violent imagery, suggesting a bloody fix to issues, has faced criticism since 2006. Let's make that really big. since 2006. It's been around a while. Time travelers, though, they must have foreseen the coming of the podcaster when he was still, 11? Charlie would have been a child when this shirt first debuted. It's unbelievable. It's unreal. It's hilarious. Also, while I was looking into this, I found out, because remember, the story came from Turning Point. It was Turning Point who first started spreading the misinformation that this was about the podcaster. Of course it was. And of course, the senators and legislators that they own never bothered to look into it. Because of course they didn't. They saw the writing on the wall, they picked up the pieces and said, aha, I can become offended about this. So, looking into these shirts, Walmart carries them too. And it turns out Walmart also carries Turning Point USA shirts that are not produced by Walmart or by Turning Point. They're knockoff Turning Point shirts. Amazing. Like, MAGA folk are so fucking stupid that even when they want to support a hate group, they still give money to the group of people they absolutely hate the most and do nothing for the hate group they're trying to support. It's just unbelievable, the circle of stupid. You gotta love it. That's it for this story, folks. Thank you all so much for dropping by. As I mentioned at the beginning, these are going to be happening randomly, so make sure you're subscribed, have the notification rung. Thank you for coming. Future ones, there may be more room for engagement, but I do want to try to keep these somewhat short and theoretically rewatchable in the future. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And I hoped, at the very least, that you have become a better person, or at least less likely to be a zombie. I mean, red hat. C'est la vie. We'll see you again soon. Thanks to all our patrons and top-level members for October. Miranda, Karen Butcher, Jessica the Transmetal Alchemist, Robin Webster, Maya Adkisson, Jimmy Tux, Ian Chen, Kalasia, Lilith, The Barely Bearable Atheist, Eric Wander, Jason Jacoby, Godless Engineer, Jester, Lil of All Trades, Deviant Outcast, and Kelly King, the Detroit Atheist Queen. And you can add your name here next month by signing up at patreon.com/betterthanember, or by joining Emberships here on YouTube at the Cinder level, which includes all the custom emojis, tons of member-exclusive content, member-only live streams, and a bunch of other stuff. I deeply appreciate all the supporters who keep this channel going. Thank you all so much. Because of you, we're building a wonderful community that I'm very proud of.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back